Afternoon baseball from the Motor City, Comerica Park here in downtown Detroit. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Minnesota Twins and the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching is going to be important for these guys. No question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Detroit Tigers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. With that, a look at Paul Molitor's lineup for the visiting Twins. Steve, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
This is a lineup that features so many young kids on this team, and generally you know you're going to have to live with their mistakes, but what you do is you ride that youth and enthusiasm to each victory.
Jordan Zimmerman gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he was very effective last year. As a starting pitcher, he had an ERA under 3. When you do that, you're keeping your ball club in the game, giving them a chance to win every time out.
And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Detroit Tigers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Number 9 stands in for the first time. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The temperature here at game time still definitely on the cool side. 51 degrees at first pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Not in time.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Remarkable play just to stop that ball, but it's going to go into the books as a hit, and the leadoff man is aboard. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Number 9 has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario.
That's ball 2.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
Yeah, you can't even think of a double play right here. He's fortunate to just get one on this play. And he rushes that thing over there to get his man at first.
Into the box now. David Lee hit on the ground to short. Iglesias is up with it. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark.
Number 22.
David Lee has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Standing in now, number 22 gets a small piece near the plate. That winds up foul for the second strike. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg, as he's known amongst baseball people, really does call a good game back there. He might reward a pitcher for a good location every once in a while, but most of his calls, they seem to be spot on.
Fastball is outside. It's full now, 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And the run is in to score from second. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores. And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Number 22 has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer. And as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well. And in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like. But there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
Into the box, Max Kepler. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw. One out and a runner on third. Rolled slowly to first. Cabrera comes up with it. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out. But meanwhile, the run is in to score.
2 runs already home, and now you can make it 3 as he comes through with a simple ground ball with a runner on third to drive him in.
Stepping in, Joe Mauer. He'll get to take his first cuts here. 3 runs already home here. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Zimmerman steps into the windup, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. And that's lifted the other way out to left. In there, a base hit.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at bat.
In now, Trevor Plouffe. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Brian Dozier will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
2 down, runners at first and second. And he'll lay off a fastball up in the zone here, and that brings it to 2-1 now.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
2-2.
Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 3-run shot to left center as they pile on. It's now 6-0.
And you know, after a month down in spring training, near the end, you start to get a little anxious waiting for the season to get going. I guarantee you, he's been looking forward to this at-bat for about a month now, and he makes the wait worthwhile.
Stepping in now, Byron Buxton. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now. I think that man right there is reaching the end of his wits.
Oh, his team is absolutely imploding right now, and it basically came out of nowhere.
Still 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Maven on the run. And that's the 3rd out. But it'll come at a cost as 6 cross the plate. 3 of them on this 3-run home run. On to the bottom of the 1st at Comerica Park. It's the Twins 6. The Tigers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And now a look at the hometown Tigers starting lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Walter Johnson is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, he's making his big league debut here on the mound. He's going to have a lot of adrenaline. He's going to have a lot of nerves. He's going to have to be able to contain all of that so he can go out and be effective. Going to be tough to do, and that may be his biggest challenge all game long.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, Brian Dozier doesn't get enough attention for his defense. He's known for his offense and hitting home runs from second base, but he's also provided this team with solid play at the keystone position. Got a quick first step. He changes directions well. Very smooth at turning double plays. Adds up to be a very reliable second baseman.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Lee onto the grass. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting second
Oh,
baseman.
man, would he like to have that swing back. I mean, he just missed hammering this ball, but just got underneath it a little bit. He's not going to be happy about that one because even he thought he was right on it.
Settling in now, Ian Kinsler, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career punch out. You can bet his club is hoping for a lot more of that going forward.
Well, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher,
you have to figure his career is going to be a solid one. Many of the best pitchers at this level have at least one put-away pitch that they can go to in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Standing in now, Miguel Cabrera. Hit sharply on the ground. There is Dozier. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. They still find themselves down 6-0. Number 9 will stand in to lead off the second. And what will they do for an encore after the first inning they put together?
Well, you know, Matt, they might not have to do anything at all. That's how good the first inning was.
Zimmerman's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Martinez is in his tracks now. 1 gone.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Ready now, Eddie Rosario. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 1 out, nobody on. Belted high and deep into right center. Back goes Martinez at the track, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
One thing you can already pick up on in these first couple innings is when he's leaving the ball up more often than he should. It's already hurt him once on that home run, and even though that's an out, that ball was hit pretty darn well.
David Lee stands in. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Or at least make that guy work for it. He's got himself back into a fastball count now.
And, oh, that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. 2 out, nobody on. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. You gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Number 22 steps into the box. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Gotta wonder if the natives will start to get restless here.
Well, it's definitely not the start to this game this crowd was hoping for. Far from it.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. And another foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line drive to left. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Twins wind up stranding 1, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Leading off the inning, J.D. Martinez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
When you're down by a handful of runs, a leadoff walk is a definite blessing. If nothing else, it's a good first step towards trying to get back in this ball game.
Victor Martinez gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Lifted into center field. Buxton is there. One down.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Justin Upton.
Justin Upton is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and one away. Runner at first here, one man out. Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch. And Upton swings and misses on a good pitch, and he's set down on strikes for route number 2.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. That was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
Into the box now, Nick Castellanos. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Tigers leave one. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. A nice aerial view of downtown Detroit as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Comerica Park. Max Kepler will start things out here for Minnesota with Joe Mauer on deck to follow.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Zimmerman looks in. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. On deck, the lefty Joe Mauer. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
And you know what that is right there? That's life in the show, bud. Once teams around the league figure out the book on how to get you out, it can be a real tough adjustment to play at this level.
Joe Mauer strides in after getting a base hit and later scoring the first time around. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Martinez looking up. Gone! So it's a solo shot off the bat of Joe Mauer as this lead swells to 7-0.
And if he was guessing up there, he was guessing right, because he's all over that thing like a shaggy dog, and he drives it over the wall.
Now the Tiger skipper's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to more than a handful of boos, I'm sure, after what can only be described as a terrible pitching performance. Anibal Sanchez is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while. In now, Trevor Plouffe. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Just hung in there on that one. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Line toward the gap in left center, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here, now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
Into the box now, Brian Dozier. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Skied into straightaway right. Martinez has it in his tracks. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. 1 for the Twins in the inning, and it comes on this Joe Mauer solo blast. We played 2.5. It's the Twins 7 and the Tigers nothing. Cameron Maybin set to hit now for the first time. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
And, you know, it's pretty safe to say that anytime you give a guy 7 runs of support here in the first half of a ball game, he's probably going to be okay out there. And he gets the first out of this inning here.
James McCann is ready for his first AB here in this one. 1 out, nobody on. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rosario is there, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Jose Iglesias digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Fly ball out to right field. Kepler is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Byron Buxton is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th. Sanchez gets his sign. Here's the 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. On the ground to third. And this ball gets right past him. Boy, looked like he was in position, but they'll have a leadoff base runner.
And he'll be thinking that's an out he should have had here to lead off the inning. This was maybe not the most routine of hops, but still, you'd think he'd at least be able to get a glove on it.
Stepping in now, number 9. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
One thing you learn real quick as a rookie, you don't get any easy at-bats at this level. You got to be thinking up there every single pitch because guys up here, they'll tear you apart if you don't.
Into the box, Eddie Rosario. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Runners on first with 1 down. Oh, and a good curveball that time as it's taken for a called strike 3, and there are 2 away.
And this is where the scouting report really pays. I think you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back easily.
Just checking.
Standing in now, David Lee, swing and a liner. But this will be foul. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high, 3-2.
And I'll tell you, this is an inning that you really don't want to continue any further. So this next pitch really needs to be a strike.
Count is full. Here's the pitch. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. And that, folks, is his first home run in the big leagues. It's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. I remember mine. I hit it in my first at-bat of the 1992 season against the San Diego Padres. It's hard to describe exactly what you feel as you round the bases, but as you can imagine, it's pretty awesome. You know, hopefully he can get that ball back soon so it can go in his trophy room.
Into the box now, number 22. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
He thought he had him right there. You can see him looking to home plate asking, where was that? High? You got to be kidding me.
Max Kepler will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. A 2-run score for the Twins, both coming on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Twins 9 and the Tigers nothing. Ian Kinsler will start things off in the inning for Detroit. He'll be followed by Miguel Cabrera waiting on deck.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. A quick out number 1.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Miguel Cabrera stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you got to figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
To 2-2 now.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
No runs, no hits. 1 error for the Tigers thus far. In the air to straightaway right. Kepler has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Well, I think this is a slider down in the zone, running away. And that's a very difficult pitch to drive with any authority unless you're a guy like Matt Kemp. And this becomes a harmless fly out to right field.
J.D. Martinez will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
2 out, nobody on. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
– 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Grounder down the line at third. Oh, look at the sliding stop. Got him.
Whew, no problem.
Down in order go the Tigers. They're down 9-0. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, as Joe Mauer settles in to start things out for Minnesota. Hit hard toward the right side. And this is going to be extra bases here to kick off the fifth. Mauer rounding first, on his way to second now. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Now batting.
Yeah, no hesitation there as we train our camera directly on him. But once this gets down the line, he's thinking two right out of the box, and he's able to beat the throw into second and leg out a double.
Trevor Plouffe digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Sanchez pauses. 1-2 on its way. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Mauer will take the turn and head for home. The run scores from second. It's a 10-0 score.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Brian Dozier.
Brian Dozier strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Some action now in the Tigers bullpen as they'll get a left-hander and a right-hander up to throw. 1-1, here it comes. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Nobody out, runner on first. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. The early hit total, about what you'd expect in a score line such as this. Ready with the 2-2. Hit in the air out to right. On the move is Martinez. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
Byron Buxton steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Jeez, how's he doing after that shot?
And now there's no happier person in the ballpark. Byron Buxton has just recorded his first hit as a big leaguer, and as you'd expect would happen, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
And you know, Matt, nothing can quite prepare you for this kind of moment. Of course, as a player, you always expect to do well, and in your head, you've got a certain idea of what it's going to feel like, but there's quite a difference between imagining how it's going to feel and then actually getting that first hit.
In now, number 9. Grounded back up the middle. Iglesias to his left. He's there. To second for 1.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
Alex Wilson is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here. Now a throw over. Runners back.
Keeping him close.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Stepping in now, Eddie Rosario. In tight with the slider, 2-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Twins forced to settle for 1. Home half of the 5th coming up. Minnesota leads this one 10-0. Victor Martinez will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Into the box, Justin Upton. And Upton will reach as he looks at ball 4.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Nick Castellanos.
Nick Castellanos is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
No runs, no hits, 1 error for the Tigers thus far. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the second out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Cameron Maybin comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, but it was a pretty decent at-bat. As I remember, he saw a lot of pitches and really made the guy on the mound earn that strikeout.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. All even now, 2-2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Detroit. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. David Lee will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
Tap fouled at home plate. Lined back over second, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Boy, how about this for a welcome to the show? He got his first hit earlier, then he got his first 2-hit game, now he's got his first 3-hit game. I think he's kind of getting the hang of this Major League Baseball stuff.
Into the box now, number 22. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a dangerous count here. You don't want to give in, but you sure don't want to walk it.
And there's a called strike at the knees as he was hoping for a base on balls there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. A runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number 1.
And obviously, any time you can strike this guy up, you'll take it. I mean, he runs like a greyhound out there, so even routine grounders can sometimes be turned into base hits. Not when you're not making contact, though.
Standing in now, Max Kepler. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with one away.
Now batting number 7, catcher Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going.
That's disappointing right there. You figure you should get at least one more shot at the cycle before this one's through.
Trevor Plouffe.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Trevor Plouffe. He singled his last time up. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Now look out as this is whistled foul off to the right side. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Again, he sends it out of play. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Boy, nothing's really come easy for him so far on the mound. He's had to work for everything, and now he's got to deal with another full count.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Twins strand a pair, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. James McCann gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location, but he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Leadoff man retired now for the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Bases are empty, one man out. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. In the on-deck circle, Ian Kinsler. He'll hit next. And the count will be full. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Oh, he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And remember now, he finished off the previous inning with back-to-back strikeouts. And now he started this inning with 2 more. So he's really got it working out there now.
In now, Ian Kinsler. Pitch taken there by Kinsler, and he's out in front now. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a splitter that's inside as he's forced to jitterbug out of the way there.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
With 2-way, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So, at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Miguel Cabrera will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
A strike away now from getting through 6 shutout innings here, and that's no small feat against this lineup.
On the ground to the left side. Scooped up, throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Tigers leave 1. Starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Back here now at Comerica Park in Detroit. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Brian Dozier will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
And this is where, as a pitcher, you've got to approach each inning like it's an entirely new ball game. If you start dwelling on the deficit you're in right now, the hole that you've already dug yourself into, you're bound to make some more mistakes and just compound the problems. So that was a good start to a new inning right here.
Byron Buxton gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Swing is shading To his right, he hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, number 9.
Number 9 steps in now. 2 out, nobody on. Outside, 2-1. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
Set to deal on 2-2. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Well, now might be a good time to call on that 2-seamer running in.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order, but they're still in front 10-0. J.D. Martinez will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
High and deep to straightaway right. Kepler going back on it, still going back. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting.
And for you at home, all I'm going to do is direct your attention to the hits column right there. It is what it is here in the 7th inning.
Victor Martinez will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's through for a base hit. And the no-hitter is gone. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game here in the 7th. So the no-hit bid will end right here. Justin Upton stands in. Reached on a walk in his last trip. Runners on first with 1 down. Swing and a liner. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Nick Castellanos stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Full count. Here it comes. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
First and second now after the walk, and they haven't gotten much going offensively against this guy at all. So this is about as good an opportunity as they've had.
Cameron Maybin gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Just tried to freeze him with the fastball there. Pretty close. It's 2-2. Hit hard down the line toward the coaching box. It's a foul ball. Two-two. Here it is. Just out in front of that one. Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, this is the last thing you want this deep into your outing. Every pitch here just makes it more and more likely that this becomes his last inning.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Dozier fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, and the Tigers wind up with nothing as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. Back with more on opening day after this. Mark Lowe will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Lowe.
Eddie Rosario ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. David Lee gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Here comes Upton, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Well, there are blowouts, and then there are blowouts. And this, folks, is a blowout. As you get a look at our line score, it's not often that you see a road team come into this place and put a whooping on these guys like the one we're seeing here tonight. Number 22 stands in. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And now time is called here as in the bitterest of April ironies, a beach ball has made its way onto the field. And as I reach for another jacket and a cup of coffee, there's some kind of cruel joke in play right about now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
If he would have swung at that, you would have never heard the end of it.
2 out, nobody on. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2. Bounce towards the second baseman. Kinsler with the bare hand. Got him.
Oh, what a play.
Twins are set down 1-2-3, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. James McCann will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you've just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. 1 away.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. You're shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Jose Iglesias will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell, guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes at all, and when he has, they've been out of the zone.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. All right, folks, montage alert. Here you get a look at his performance so far. 10 strikeouts for him in the ball game as he continues to just plow right through this lineup one after another. Ian Kinsler will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Max Kepler stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Now the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Castellanos in foul ground, and a rather easy first out.
Now batting number 7.
That's a good pitch right there. Inside part of the plate. Just too tardy of a swing to get the hands through the zone. And as a result, it's just a little humpback liner and an easy out.
Into the box, Joe Mauer. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And Upton's got this one. 2 away now.
That's a disappointing final at bat there. I figure he probably won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Striding into the box, Trevor Plouffe. He flew out in his last at-bat. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Fouled back. Pitch on the way. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. Down go but they're still in front, 10-0. Miguel Cabrera will stand in now to begin their half of the ninth in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
In there, 1-2 now.
Yeah, and that fastball still got some life to it, even over 100 pitches.
Ready on 1-2. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You start it in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. It turned out to be a good take.
Hit in the air to center field. Buxton waits on it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 20.
He continues to plow right through these guys. My man's working on a one-hit shutout.
J.D. Martinez will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
This is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to hit the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Now in the box, Victor Martinez, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Wow. And this might be just what the crowd needs to get off their hands a little bit. Last thing you want to do on the mound is hit a guy and have the crowd come to life against him.
Justin Upton stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Runners are at first and second with one away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
I know the adrenaline can get to you sometimes, but when you start overthrowing your fastball like that, that's a bit of a red flag.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Drilled down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. First and second now, 1 man out. Strike 3 called, and now he's 1 out away from getting out of this.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. And he's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Nick Castellanos will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, You've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Looking to keep the shutout intact. Here it comes. And a full count as that misses. 2 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. He probably the chances of getting a mistake.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 4.
Hey, that's a great job to work out the walk there. That's one thing managers like to see. You got to die hard at the plate, even down to your final out. You never know in this game.
Cameron Maben stands in looking to do some work against that big deficit they've got in front of them.
You got it, Matt. This is a situation where he just needs to keep that line moving. Get on, get a couple in, and hope the next guys can come through big.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Line softly toward the hole, and that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from third crosses the plate, and the second runner will pull up stakes over at third, so 1 run is in, and the bases stay loaded with 2 away.
Well, I guess the shutout just wasn't meant to be. He made it 8 2/3 of the way home, but he finally gives up a run here in the 9th, and now he just needs to put his focus on getting out of here with the complete game victory.
James McCann will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
2 out, bases loaded. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Oh, and it takes some daring there to throw a 3-1 changeup, especially with the bases loaded.
Has to challenge him here. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, that run in the 9th means that they couldn't quite finish off the shutout, but still a very good performance out there on the mound.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, really a dominating performance out there. Look at all the strikeouts. I mean, they just couldn't touch him.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Caro, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 10-1. So long from Motown.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Twins. 10 runs on 11 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Tigers, 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 26 minutes. Our paid attendance at Comerica Park this afternoon, a sellout of 40,000. The Tigers thank you for attending today's game and remind you to buckle up and drive home safely.